Do you have bad credit and you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit? I want you to really pay attention to this top banks I will be sharing with you. So, the first bank I want you to really reach out to is Discover Bank. So, it's one of those things where if your FICO score is below 580, you want to really reach out to Discover Bank because Discover Bank has a long history of actually getting out loans to folks who have bad credit, to students, to people who are new to credit. So Discover Bank is your top bank when you are thinking about a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit. So with Discover, you're not getting $50,000, you're not getting $100,000 as you would get with SoFi, but you get a pretty good amount. So you are getting somewhere from 1,000 all the way to $40,000. And the cool thing about Discover here is that Discover actually allows you to be pre-approved, so you can actually have a soft pull. So not only this bank will actually do a soft pull once you are actually once you get a pre-approval, they will go through Equifax, but they will check your Equifax for the last 3 months. Okay, so you are able to get up to $40,000, and you'll get an APR that goes from 7% all the way to 25%. So that's really good. And the repayment window goes from 3 to 7 years. So if you get $40,000, and one thing for sure, if you have bad credit, you're not getting $40,000 unless you are making good money. You have a high salary, but you probably get 10,000, maybe 15,000 payable over 7 months maximum. That's really good. You are able to actually to get that. That's really fantastic. So Discover is really also known for credit cards. So basically, if you have bad credit, not only can you get a loan from Discover, you can also get a credit card from Discover. Now, Discover used to actually give business credit cards back in the day before COVID. Nowadays, they have cut everything from on the business side, so they don't have business loans anymore, business credit cards anymore. They focus on individuals. So you can get a credit card through Discover. So Discover has a lot of credit cards. Discover cashback credit cards, Discover student cashback credit cards, Discover secure credit card, and you have Discover student Chrome credit card. So those are the cards that are available to you if you have bad credit. If you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit this year, I want you to really turn your attention to Truist Bank. So Truist Bank actually came on the stage after the merger of BB&T and SunTrust. Okay, so nowadays Truist Bank is a big bank that really pulls Equifax for bad credit. So the good thing about Truist Bank is that they actually they'll give you a personal loan. They will approve you for a personal line of credit. They will approve you also for a credit card. Okay, so in terms of loans, only if you are interested in a loan from Truist, you are able to get anywhere from $3,500 all the way to $100,000. By the way, you can also, if you want to go on the like, if you want to apply online, that's fine too. Okay, so the cool thing about Choice Bank is that there are no origination fees. Even if you have bad credit, they're not going to charge you an origination fee. So that's really good. And the APR from Choice Bank goes from 8% to 18%. So that's really the foundation I want you to really pay attention to. So that's for the personal loan on Truist, okay? $3,500 all the way to $100,000. And if you are interested in having a personal line of credit through Truist Bank, you can have a minimum of $5,000 all the way to $100,000. So that's really good. And the APR for the interest for the line of credit will start at about 12% and can go all the way to 23%. So that's really good. I mean, really, Choice Bank is not really it's not the Discover Bank, because Discover Bank is primarily an online bank, but Truist Bank is a bank that you can really bank with them online, but also you can go to a branch. So Truist has branches not in all 50 states. They have branches in about 20 states, which is really good anyway. So Truist is what I call a mid-tier bank, a tier two bank, kind of similar to PNC or KeyBank or US Bank. Okay. So you also have credit cards. So with Truist, you have a series of credit cards you can qualify for, even if you have bad credit. So you have the Truist Enjoy Cash credit card. That's really cool. You have the Truist Enjoy Cash Secured credit card. Okay. And so those are the credit cards. Those are the two credit cards you can qualify for if you have bad credit. But the cool thing is that you can qualify for a limit that goes from $500 all the way to $15,000. So that's still decent anyway, especially if you have bad credit. But they're still willing to work with you. So that's really fantastic. So you can get cashback rewards on everyday purchases. If you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit this year, I want you to think about Capital One. So Capital One actually pulls Equifax for bad credit, and but the thing is, Capital One doesn't actually offer personal loans anymore. They used to, but after COVID, they just stopped actually giving person. I mean, a little bit before COVID, like 1 or 2 years before COVID started, they actually stopped giving personal loans. They are still giving business loans, but they don't give personal loans anymore. So Capital One nowadays, if you're thinking about the individual side of things, they focus a lot on credit cards. So you see all kinds of credit cards from Capital One, but you don't have actually a loan. So that, hey, listen, but it's still interesting. It's still interesting because if you have poor credit and you're trying to really get a credit card, but you're not interested in a loan, go to Capital One. They have a large variety of credit cards you can really think about, and in particular, you have what they call the Platinum Secured credit card from Capital One. Okay, so this is the card that allows you to rebuild your credit through Capital One. So you can have security deposit from $49 all the way to $200 minimum, and after 6 months, if you use your card responsibly, Capital One can really upgrade you to unsecured. So from secured to unsecured. So that's really good. And what I want to say also is that Capital One allows you to also see if you can be pre-approved. So this is good because when you have bad credit, you do not want to lose 5 points or 10 points or even 15 points anytime you apply for a credit card. Okay, so having a pre-approval is kind of cool because those inquiries are not going to show up on your credit score on your credit report, and they're not going to reduce your FICO score. So that's kind of cool. So Discover Bank has pre-approval, Capital One has pre-approval, Truist Bank does not have pre-approval. So you're gonna have to go through the process and see your credit score lose a few points. Okay, it is what it is. But hey, listen, it's better than anything else. You know, if you think about it, it's better than anything else. What I want to say here is that you are able to to upgrade your situation within 6 months with responsible behavior. If you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit this year, I want you to think about Fifth Third Banks. So Fifth Third Bank is kind of cool because it is actually a full service bank that has credit cards, that has personal loans, that has personal lines of credit. They're not actually available in all 50 states like Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, or Bank of America. But hey, listen, this is a regional bank. They're in about 10 to 15 states. Okay, in terms of loans, you actually can borrow anywhere from $2,000 all the way to $50,000, 50,000 personal loans. Now, if you have bad credit, you might actually get somewhere from 2,000 to 15,000. If you're lucky, maybe 20,000. But if you're making good money, even if you have bad credit, but you have a strong relationship with Fifth Third Bank, you can still qualify for a lot more. Okay. Now, if you want to really apply online and you do not want to go to a branch, you can actually qualify for a maximum loan amount of $25,000. So they actually restrict the amount of cash you can have if you do not go to a branch or you just apply for the loan over the phone. Okay, so if you're looking for a larger loan amount, it's just better to go to a branch. So the APR with Fifth Third Bank goes from 8% all the way to 22%. Okay, and there are no closing costs or prepayment fee. Okay, and you have the ability to select your first payment date up to 45 days out. So that gives you some flexibility to actually put your cash flows in order, put your liquidity in order. Okay, and terms available, the repayment window, you are looking at 12 to 60 months. So it's kind of similar to Choice Bank. Fifth Third Bank also has a line of credit. They have lines of credit that go from 5,000 all the way to 50. I mean, all the way to $100,000. You also have credit cards. So you have Fifth Third secured card, okay, and and you also have a Fifth Third 1% cashback card. So that allows you to really build some kind of credit, okay. And this cashback card is really good because you are able to you can use the card to make purchases and balance transfers, which means you can pay down debt while earning unlimited 1% cashback on everything you buy. Okay. On top of that, you have 0% intro APR for 15 months and you have no annual fee. So that's really fantastic. So another bank I want to share with you that pulls Equifax for bad credit this year is actually Citizens Financial. So Citizens Financial is a pretty interesting bank in the sense that they do not have loans, kind of similar to Capital One. So Citizens had a little bit of a scary episode a few months ago, or a few years ago, where they barely had liquidity. Okay, they nearly filed for bankruptcy, so they stopped doing loans, personal loans altogether. So if you're looking for a loan, don't go to First Citizens. Okay, they will to Citizens. First Citizens is different. So First Citizens is now part of Chase, right? So I'm speaking about Citizen Financial. So if you are interested in Citizen Financial, look for credit cards because they don't have loans anymore, personal loans anymore. So in terms of credit cards, the one that you want to go for is the Citizens Clear Value Mastercard. That's what you can qualify for if you have bad credit. You cannot qualify for the other credit cards that they have because those the eligibility requirements are higher. But the Citizens Clear Value Mastercard is really accessible to folks who have a FICO score below 579. So the Citizens Clear Value Mastercard allows you to have a low intro APR for 18 billing cycles. So basically, you have a variable APR of 16% to 26%, and that's after, okay? And so even if you carry a balance, you want to start paying less from day one. So that's really fantastic. But what I love about this card is that you have no annual fee on the card. You have a 0% intro APR on balance transfers for the first 18 billing cycles. That's really good. Okay, that's really good. On top of that, you also have a extended warranty protection that doubles the original manufacturer's or store brand warranty for up to 1 year. Okay, that's really good. And on top of that, you also have a 25-day grace period on all purchases made with your clear value Mastercard when you pay your account balance in full by the due date. So that's really fantastic. So overall, a fantastic credit card to really think about. So if you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for a bad credit this year, I want you to think about KeyBank. So KeyBank actually is kind of similar to Truist Bank in the sense that you have a full service bank that's actually a regional bank and is actually present in various states. And so you have personal loans, you have personal lines of credit, you have credit cards too. Okay, so when you think about loans, for instance, with KeyBank, you have the maximum loan amount is 25,000. So KeyBank will give you anywhere from 2,000 to $25,000, and you have about repayment window that goes to like 6 to 7 years. So 2,000 to 25,000. That's for the loan. Same amount, same range for the line of credit. Okay, and so by the way, at the on the loan, you are able in some cases to go all the way to 7 years. So 84 months. Okay, so that's a repayment window. So KeyBank has a KeyBank Preferred Credit Line. They have the KeyBank Secured Personal Loan, the KeyBank Personal Unsecured Personal Loan, and they also have the KeyBank Credit Line. So the Key Basic Credit Line is to actually cover yourself when it comes to overdraft. So that's not really a large amount. You have 200 to $5,000. So that's for the loans and lines of credit. You also have credit cards. So if you have bad credit and you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit, you want to go for the Key Cashback Credit Card. So KeyBank has a lot of credit cards, but they have two credit cards you want to go after particularly. You also have the Key Secured Credit Card. So if you have bad credit when it comes to KeyBank, you are able to get a credit card, but it's not going to be an unsecured credit card. So if for any reason you cannot get the Key Cashback card, you want to go for the KeyBank, the Key Secured credit card. Okay, this is a secure credit card, so whatever amount you put, they will actually will match it, and they will give you your limit. Okay, and after 6 months, kind of similar to Capital One, KeyBank is going to upgrade you to an unsecured status. But long story short, KeyBank is really fast. They're really good in terms of monitoring your account and see if you have a responsible use. So if you have a responsible usage, you are able to get things done pretty fast. So that's really fantastic. So if you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for a bad credit this year, I want you to think about BMO Harris Bank. So BMO Harris is kind of cool in the sense that they have this is a the full service bank that has loans and also credit cards. Okay, and so when it comes to loans with BMO Harris, basically you are able to get a maximum of $50,000, and you are able to pay the loan within 5 years. 5 years. So whether you have bad credit or let's say a fair credit, you can still qualify for a loan. And BMO doesn't place any restriction on the loan. You can use the loan for home improvement. You can use the loan for a large expense to consolidate your debt for a vehicle or even to refinance. In terms of credit, so BMO doesn't have a personal line of credit. Okay, they also have a credit builder loan program. So if you have bad credit and you are interested in building credit that way, you can actually go that route through the credit builder loan program at BMO. So you are able to secure your loan through your BMO CD. Okay, and that's kind of cool. In terms of credit card, you have two credit cards that you will be interested in with BMO Harris. You have the BMO Boost Secured credit card. So this is the card that allows you to build credit in a very gradual manner. So that's really cool. Now, the only thing is that this card does have an annual fee, $25. So they're charging you every year $25 to actually keep the account open. And you also have the BMO Cashback credit card. So this is actually BMO's cashback option. So you are able to get things done faster. And this card actually allows you to you have a 5%, actually you have a 5% cashback on eligible streaming cable. You have cable TV and satellite services. 5% on also, 3% cashback on eligible gas, EV charging, and grocery purchases. So that's really good. And finally, you have 1% cashback on all other eligible purchases. Okay, so it is still good. You also have a balance transfer option here. So for balance transfer for 12 months from the date of first transfer, when completed within 90 days of account opening, you can also use this card in a very responsible manner. So that's really good from a scalability point of view. If you're looking for a bank that pulls Equifax for bad credit this year, I want you to think about Huntington Bank. So Huntington has been around for a while now. Huntington is not like the other banks. Well, I call Huntington a tier 2 or tier 3 bank because it is actually in less than 10 states. Okay, I mean they're expanding like crazy. They're expanding like crazy, but right now Huntington Bank is not at the same level as KeyBank or PNC Bank or even Truist Bank. Okay, so but Huntington Bank is pretty interesting if you are in a geography that they cover. If you're in the state where they are present, okay, you can have personal loans and you can also have credit cards. So when you think about personal loans with Huntington Bank, you are able to get somewhere from 2,000 all the way to $50,000. So again, kind of similar to BMO Harris Bank, there is no restriction on what you can use the loan for. You can use the loan for a home renovation, a wedding, another major expense, or you can use a personal loan from Huntington Bank to consolidate high interest debt. So a lot of flexibility there. Okay, so they will check, and also the APR is pretty decent. You're looking at 9% all the way to 25%. And Huntington Bank is actually pretty good in terms of releasing the funds real fast. So they will actually do everything within one day. So from the time when you apply for a personal loan at Huntington Bank, you are able to get your loan within 24 hours, 48 hours. So what I want to say here is that Huntington Bank, remember that it's in less than 10 states. Okay, so just make sure you are in a state where they are present. By the way, they are present in Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan. That's 5 states. Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Colorado. So that's 11 states. So I think I said less than 10 states, but it's actually 11 states. So just be sure that you are actually present in those states to see if you can qualify. Again, I'm going to repeat the states. They are in Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Colorado. So you can also get a credit card through Huntington Bank. Okay, maybe not the best credit card of your life, but hey, listen, if you have a relationship with Huntington Bank and you're trying to really nurture that relationship, then you can go for the Huntington secured card. So this is a card that allows you to not only build credit but also earn cash back. You can earn 1% cash back, and the cool thing is there is no limit on there's no limit on how much you can earn. Okay, and so that's the first card I want you to really pay attention to. The second card I want you to pay attention to, if you are Huntington, I want you to really think about the normal cashback credit card, because the first card was secured, right? But you can upgrade to the unsecured cashback credit card from Huntington, and this here allows you to earn 1.5% unlimited cashback. Okay, and there are no annual or foreign fees, and you can pick how to be rewarded. So you can choose from automatic monthly statement credits, or you can redeem manually. And there are also additional perks from Mastercard. You can get world elite access to 24/7 concierge services from Mastercard. So that's really good. You have a full suite of services if you were to go with Huntington Bank. As a recap into this conversation, I just spoke to you about banks that pull Equifax for bad credit. I give you the top banks. So you have Discover Bank, Truist Bank, Capital One, Fifth Third Bank, Citizens Financial, KeyBank, BMO Harris Bank, and Huntington Bank. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.